First at 5, a drug kingpin knocked down. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Sharon Reed.
I'm Sean Gables. With the conviction of Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, we're learning more about the influence on his cartel and what it brought into Metro Atlanta. CBS 46's Megan Packer got insight directly from the DEA. She joins us live outside of their downtown Atlanta office. Megan, he supplied a huge amount of drugs to our region.
Yeah, he led this very powerful cartel. It's one of really only two cartels that are responsible for bringing all of the drugs into our area that we see come in from Mexico. And agents I spoke with today with the DEA tell me that not only that, but El Chapo Guzman was responsible for starting a very deadly trend that has taken lives all across the U.S.
This is a huge victory.
It's been decades in the making, and now U.S. authorities can say they've got Mexican drug lord El Chapo. Joaquin Guzman, the leader of the Sinaloa cartel, was convicted in New York of drug trafficking and faces life in prison. His reach has been felt across the United States, including in Metro Atlanta.
Controlled everything in the Atlanta market. They controlled everything from where the drugs crossing into the United States, the distribution of the manufacturing.
Rob Murphy is the special agent in charge of the DEA's Atlanta office. He says the Sinaloa cartel brings in enormous amounts of cocaine, meth, heroin, and marijuana to our area. Last year, I showed you from the air what the DEA is up against, trying to stay one step ahead of the cartels that are bringing drugs into our area on our highways.
Whether it's 18-wheelers mixed in a legitimate load that's going to the farmer's market or going to somewhere else, we've seen it in Toys R Us trucks, we've seen it in everything.
If that wasn't bad enough, Murphy tells me El Chapo is behind an especially deadly trend.
Quite frankly, this is where fentanyl being mixed with heroin started. This was Chapo Guzman's idea. He started the mixing of fentanyl into heroin, and that's where we have all the deaths that we're dealing with now.
With Guzman locked up, the trafficking won't stop, but Murphy is confident it sends a message.
Who wants to raise their hand and be the next one? Because we keep chopping them off.
Yeah, he says that law enforcement will continue to push back against these Mexican cartels. Now, I have learned that meth continues to be the drug law enforcement sees the most of in Metro Atlanta. It is cheap, it is very addictive. Mexican cartels bring it here in liquid form. It is then converted. It's just like what we saw in a big meth bust that we told you about just a few days ago in Metro Atlanta. Reporting in downtown Atlanta, Megan Packer, CBS 46 News.
Megan.